Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, not of Heroes of Hammerwatch, but just another video of me playing. We're going to be doing some Heroes of Hammerwatch today. I've been playing this game for a few years, but Adversity over here, who's joining us today. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Ah,
Well, that's as good of an introduction as any.
I'm just kidding. This is probably one of my favorite games of all the games that I have. It's super fun with friends to whip around with, and it is borderline addicting.
Alright, he's not wrong. Why don't you get set up and start a game, and I will tell everybody how we kind of got started. So I started playing this game.
Excited.
Yeah.
I was so excited that I already got set up just for you there, Pat.
Okay, alright, let's get into it. Do I need anything? Just sit there and look pretty?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, so I started playing this game probably like, when it first came out? What was it, 4 or 5 years ago? And back then there wasn't really anything on it. They just had the caves. But I got Adversity hooked on it. Now he's the carry every time we play, so he's going to impart that wisdom. Right now we're just running through some NGs. What's your NG at?
14.
14. All your characters or just one of them?
Just my paladin. I went with the goal of getting everything to 10 because, I mean, I wouldn't have to get every character super high if I just wanted to play primary or skill, one or the other. But I enjoy playing all the characters for the most part. So I wanted to make sure I got all of them nice and leveled up.
Okay. How do I open the map again?
Triangle.
Triangle. I always think it's the touchpad.
So we are on NG9 here.
I'm scared.
I don't know what NG Warlock is it?
Oh, it's one.
But I think you get 3 NGs per level if you are like at as a max. So if I'm pretty sure.
Oh, like this isn't gonna.
It's not gonna one and done you to NG10 or 9.
Oh man.
At least I don't think it's going to. But
We'll find out if we make it.
Not if we'll make it.
Just heads up, guys. Might die. Feeling cute.
No. You are not feeling cute about dying, and you are not dying to feel cute.
Well, halfway through this, I'm probably gonna get wrecked, so we'll see.
Okay, let's go to the skip.
Oh man, yeah, not making past that. We are gonna find out. Okay, hit it. Where's the safest spot to be in here?
It depends on which one we're doing, because some of the stuff has range, some of the stuff likes to just rush. There isn't really a safe spot.
Alright, in the corner I go.
I'm not sure how fast I can actually kill this.
Oh, you got it.
The safest thing to do, whether you're melee or ranged, is just do loops around the room and get damage in when you can safely.
Here I go. Oh, how do you potion again? Oh, there we go, I found it. Oh man. Potion game strong. I actually did it accidentally, but now I know. I always forget the controls.
See,
always.
That could have been a sticky situation if you just camped a corner.
Well, maybe you gotta hit the Q faster. Just saying.
I'll have plenty of damage. Just gotta get a couple items.
Well, that cube was tanky. He's literally playing tank class for inanimate objects. Oh, we got glass walks. Did you turn off fountains again? Are you trying to wreck me?
When you have a bit of lifesteal, which you'll get,
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
then the
if you ever
only
play with
time you
adversity, he doesn't think potions are a thing, so I'm gonna die.
I'm sorry, Bulb.
I have 3 potions for 4 more floors. Yeet.
I'll put on the thing for next run.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So anyways, guys, back to what I was saying, feeling cute. I might die.
But the best thing to run is this setup. If you have a bit of lifesteal, the only time you'll be needing to potion is bosses
Oh, you want me to help you with
or
this? Okay, which one are you in charge of? Which ones are you doing?
I'll do the upside down V and the circle and the X.
Okay.
That way we each have like half of the stuff, if you know what I mean.
Yep. Are you gonna go for it now?
So we got V's, boom, 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 boom.
Oh, yeah. My turn?
Yeah, Y.
Oh, call me David Blaine.
Oh, David
I just made,
Blaine.
I just made a chest
Is
appear.
that you? That you,
It
David
is
Blaine?
indeed.
Oh, did you ever see those memes where it was the dude, and then he was pulling quote unquote tricks on the gay couple, and they were, I think most of them were like in an alley, and it's like, David Blaine, is that you? And then he ends up opening his eyes really, really wide and staring like point blank at the camera.
Why? Okay, why is he so talked about now? Like, why is he so famous? Because is he just the best magician right now, or is it just because he did something and he's super famous? Because I know what was his name, Chris Angel or something. Like there were quite a few magicians that were pretty famous.
Um, I don't think he's as big now. I know at one point, it was all about him and Chris Angel.
Yeah, because Chris Angel would do really crazy stuff. That I think one of them was he was in a car and he was like tied up and stuff, and they drove it off a bridge, and nobody ever saw him got out, and it was like, oh, did he die? We don't know, and then it just kind of cut out, and they were like, oh, he might have died. We don't know. And I was like, what? What's going on?
Yeah, just keep doing loops.
Oh, you know me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Whew. That was about to get over 18 plus real quick. Are you streaming too, or just me here?
Just you streaming right now.
Oh, you didn't want to?
I'll probably start one next run. I just wanted to make sure I had a good groove going because I am infamous for taking us into stuff my characters weren't ready for.
Oh, okay. We're testing it out on my stream. Well, you heard it here, folks.
Well, I mean, I already tested everything on. I did a couple different build videos on basically just how to make NG8 a cakewalk, is what I showcased the builds on, but the builds were all the same for NG0, which is just the base, all the way up to NG12, with the exception that you generally don't have some of the potions and stuff unlocked earlier in the game.
Is 12 or 14 kind of where you're capping and you can't move forward from there, or what?
Well, you can, but that's where a change up in the statues and potions.
And would it help if you had more people join you?
I'm not sure, honestly. It probably would, because then you have a combination of ranged and melee if
Yeah, like you have more of a team and different people doing different parts. So my question is, how? Because I know there's the caves, which we're kind of doing right now, and then there's Moon Temple and the pyramid. What have you kind of found between the three? Because I think you mainly do caves, right?
I've been primarily pushing caves. I haven't really done well. I've touched the arena on my paladin and sword, which are my two main characters. Really haven't touched Moon Temple or the pyramid like at all, except for like the pyramid on like NG 1 or 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Uh, just to unlock the genie potion.
Okay, because yeah, I know you get quite a few more buffs the further you get into those ones. So if you do the pyramid, you get more powerful potions, right? And then the Moon Temple gives you that half decay shield.
I've just been going hard on raising the level cap because honestly, I was kind of just waiting for you guys to return to this game.
Okay.
And
Yeah, no, I definitely want to get into it. I just I really
weren't too
well.
enthused
I
about
mean,
having to start over again.
I keep getting set back. Yeah, because I transferred from PC to here, so went back to 0, and then transferred from PlayStation 4 to this, and I forgot to bring over my save because I totally forgot that it wasn't online. So now I'm restarting again. So this is my third restart.
Well, look at the silver lining. As much as you don't like getting carried, I can bring us up to relatively the same spot. Obviously, my paladin's going to be further.
I love getting carried. PS.
Then
I think on a game I've already played, I would love to get carried to be back to where I was. Oh, one tapped, used to spectate. I think in terms of getting carried, I'm okay if I've played the game quite a bit and I'm getting back into it and I just want to be brought back to where I used to be. But I think if it's a new game, I want to work and play together and get,
yeah,
like I guess in Dying Light, the Dying Light 2, where you can just do co-op and you guys can actually work together and play. That's fun. And getting OP together. And I like how in that one, the more you play with friends, it's not like, I don't think the game gets harder, right? It doesn't scale. It's just, it actually is more help. Straight up.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's any multiplayer scaling, but it definitely does get harder. There's more higher leveled areas as you go through the game.
Are you moving? Well, are you moving too fast, or it just actually is harder regardless of if you're a higher level?
No, it's just like one area could be level 1 to 2, and that's what kind of stuff you'll encounter. And the next one might be 2 to 3, and so on and so on.
How far are you in that, by the way?
Maybe halfway through the game. I just unlocked the bow. I ended up pushing really hard because I had that ranged armor and no ranged weapon to use it with the entire time.
So, is that what you were talking about the other day with something about them having really good, Ranger has really good skills or something like that?
It was more of a, you're better off not picking the Ranger armor right off the bat until you get a bow. Because you're not going to get like any use out of it really.
Yeah, what was the bonus related to it? Something about getting the first shot off or something, or getting a dodge?
The main bonus, I mean, there's a bunch stuff like almost like a lower detection percentage for like stealth on the armor. There's also stuff that buffs your survivor senses. But the main thing that you would end up using it for is the buff to range damage.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you need a ranged weapon to take advantage of, and you don't get your first bow until like halfway through the game.
And how easy is it to? Does the bow have what do you call it? Health, like, or
No, so like the rest of the weapons, you can get a charm later on. I don't have it yet, but you can get a charm later on that just 100% repairs your weapon. So if you get a really nice, let's say high level, one of your best in slot weapons that isn't a bow, then you're not stuck with using that up and then being bummed out because it's just gone, if that makes sense. Uh, you'll be able to repair it when you get that charm. As far
but
as bows, though, it doesn't have a health meter. You just need to make sure that you have ample ammo.
okay, so this charm, is it one use and you have to buy it again somewhere, or it's like a skill that you can use?
Uh, from my understanding, you can use it as many times as you want. It's basically infinite repairs for your gear.
What's the cost?
I'm not sure.
Oh, you just know about it. So speaking about the bow, how easy is it to get the ammo for it then?
Um, I was told you can buy the arrows. I haven't seen that yet. Uh, but past that, it's super easy. You just got to make sure that you got feathers.
Okay, and you get feathers from what? Like, there's
Just
birds?
rooftops, yeah, same as you get like the honey and everything else. Generally,
Oh,
just
okay.
from rooftops.
Oh, it just kind of
So
adds it later on when you actually unlock it, rather than just giving it too early.
yeah, so in this next area, you'll see about what I was talking about with this fountain setup. This is gonna get really packed real fast, but you're gonna notice that I still have all my potions. So we get into combo, and as long as we're hitting something, that's a monster that is, because I don't think you get life steal off of the cube, you are pretty much always going to be at full health.
Oh, I
I mean,
see. Yeah.
obviously, when you get high enough, you're going, like, even now I'm still taking damage, but just as fast as my health went down, it went back up.
Yeah.
And I don't have any of the main items either yet. Immunity
What?
to all slow effects. That will be really nice for the final boss.
Oh,
So
yeah, yeah.
the big thing that will make the end boss ridiculously easy with that is getting armor kings and some buffs to the armor, because while I do take the fire damage from one of the potions, uh, it doesn't really do enough to damage me enough to worry about. Yeah, that's one of the ones that you're gonna need to level up a bit to use, even if you unlock it, just because uh, when you only have a health pool of, we'll say, 50 to 100, it's going to hit you hard if it's taking 20 to 30 per tick off you.
Yeah, you need some gray area that's going to be brought down and up again continuously.
But uh, in general, though, once you get high enough that you can use it, it is absolutely amazing for primary builds. It adds 40 magical damage to your primary attack. So to give you an idea, my paladin's base damage is 31 on my primary, so it already does more than double it. And then that in turn, since you get life steal off your primary, makes it so you recover health even more. Like, you can't just stand in one spot and hold your attack button, but you sure can, like, just walk through mobs while holding your attack button and still be all good.
Okay. I guess, what's the highest NG that you think you can actually go where you're probably going to be like, oh, I don't think I can get any farther?
Part of it depends on item roll.
Oh, okay. So some of it's going to get to a point where it's like luck, based, and if you have the right, I guess, friends, and if you've gone high enough in the other dungeons slash statues.
Yeah, like, I want to say, because I haven't even pushed anywhere near how far I can push in the arena, barely touched Moon Temple. Actually, I don't think I have touched Moon Temple. Barely touched
Yeah, yeah.
Prophecy. But, like, this fountain setup is made so you get a bunch of extra chest rooms, a bunch of extra elves, more shops. But the cost is you not being able to uh, deposit your stuff into the elevator. So you need to complete to extract your golden ores, or get an imp that'll send it for you, and you don't get potions. Are the two big differences between the fountain configurations. But as I mentioned before, you really don't, once you get built up, and it's not even super built up, just to where you have your main upgrades from the chapel and stuff, then you're going to have enough lifesteal whether you're running skill build or primary build, that the only time that you should ever have to pop a potion really is bosses and if you mess up on a trap. And I mean, you get to the point where you're either used to traps, or if you know you suck at one of the traps, then
Stop, that's me.
yeah, you take a look at it, and if you're like, nope, I don't know this one through and through, then you just turn around and
Just walk
because you don't
away.
want to risk the run.
Well, I remember, I mean, they've upped the traps and everything, because I remember when the King set was the only set, really, back in the first days, that was the only set that they had, really. So that's kind of what you'd want to be getting every single time. And then the traps got crazier, because there wasn't glass walks. You kind of had to walk through each trap, and you had to learn it. And there was just one I could not do, because basically it was confusion, 3 spikes into confusion, and if you walked through it, you were confused, and then halfway through, you'd have to
I know
flip.
which one you were talking about.
And I can never do it ever. I get thrown so off.
I think that one's easiest with a paladin. You just permanently stand on the confusion and then line up your stuff, and then the second that the opportunity presents itself, you drop the dash.
Yeah, or thief. Thief would be super easy as well.
Yeah, that's something I still need to level up. All my classes are in NG 8 to 10, except for my Stork at 12 and my Paladin at 14.
Yeah, thief is amazing for a gold run, and for a if you want to hit all the traps and get everything. Super fast, super quick. You don't even have to fight the enemies, because you can just fly through with your chain.
I mean, honestly, I found Thief was just like, I've heard it countlessly mentioned about how Paladin is the best class in the game, but aside from the big health pool, I found an easier time running the equivalent NGs, like respectively, when I was at like NG 3, 4 with Paladin. Thief is just so much easier. It melts
Yeah,
bosses
because it's faster,
faster.
and like, I think there's going to be a point where really no class is better, because at that point it's all just potions that, and you just have to make sure you're using your skills and you've set it up right.
Well, I mean, Paladin's gonna take the top a bit for survivability because you have your built-in heal uh, and the blocks and stuff. But as I was saying, the thief, it has so much single target damage that with some of the statues and stuff, you just melt everything in front of you.
Yeah, those knives are pretty insane. The Arid Terror right now, man, it's such a grind because to do that, how many times you have to do it to get through for each character? It's like 20, 30, 40 rounds.
And then another really big thing when pushing, even more so than knowing what damage you can take from mobs, is knowing what damage you can take from traps. That way, if there's one that you either aren't the best at, or maybe you just want to push right on through, like this one, I'm confident with my 1,136 health that I can quite literally just go like this. But generally speaking, if you try and do that on an NG, your character doesn't have the health or defense to back up, you're going to get one shot on the trap.
And we just crunched that little piece of steak. Juicy. Did that monster die from hitting you?
Yeah. That's another fun, super fun build, but it doesn't scale very good. Is you go really heavy into skill power, and because items scale off of your skill power, and you get like the scarab, which is what was. Are you spectating me right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing that spit out the spikes is a scarab. And then you also get the flame walker so you don't have collision on enemies. And you literally, the whole build is that life steals for you and you just have to walk into enemies. So I lucked out with the shop. I got my Sword of Kings, which is attuned. I got Lucky Horseshoe, which gives me extra luck. So I'm at 17 luck, 41.2 crit chance, and 410 attack power. So I don't need any more items to just blast and destroy this. So we are going to speed run the rest of this.
Man, why'd your signet ring come up?
Because he still does a lot of damage. His most damaging attack is that spin dagger thing, not this.
Got him.
But I mean,
Oh, the boots of the giant.
with the lifesteal, just as fast as he takes the health down, the only thing that can damage past the lifesteal, unless you get surrounded by enemies, of course, which is why we always move around, is the frost breath at the last one.
Is the what?
The frost breath on the dragon.
Yeah. Taking
Pretty
out
much
damage to
no-
lifesteal.
Yeah. It is one of the few things that if you stand in it, pretty much regardless of what NG you're on and as a character and NG your dungeon is, you're getting one shot. It just does so much damage. Got an amulet.
Well, yeah, because it's like the attack is just an insane amount of damage in like the shortest, well, not a medium burst. Even I missed when the sorcerer could just throw balls in the room and they would just turn into more balls and you could just clear a room.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was just disgusting.
You mained it because of that, and you would just go in, clear rooms, and then walk out.
Well, I mean, it's literally, aside from bossing, it is, in my opinion, the best class because you don't ever have to interact with enemies. You pop around the corner, drop the orb, and the orb clears the whole entire room for you. You don't have to
Yeah,
do
that
anything.
blizzard one is still pretty good. The blizzard orb.
Which one are you thinking of?
Well, sorcerer used to have orbs or the balls, and then they nerfed them. And they're okay, but they're not the best. But like, you still have that blizzard orb that you can throw. That I think that's the one you're talking about. It's like a spinning orb.
Oh yeah, that orb of frost or whatever, where you drop the orb and then all the shards come out of it. And then if stuff gets close to you, just drop the nova. So this area, if I have potions unlocked, because those crossbows hurt quite a bit, I would generally just spam potions as you clear out this area.
Well, it's really nice to get the full set, and then you just get them per kill.
Yeah.
And you don't need fountains. Oh, already at the boss. Wow, what a chill game.
And final stats going into this is 1186 health, 410 attack power, 41.2 crits, minus 100 armor, and minus 32 resistance.
Jeez.
Now, since we're immune to the speed attack, or sorry, what is it?
Slows.
Yeah, the air.
Oh, you might want a potion here, yeah.
Yeah, we don't even have to move because straight up, the wing slaps do hurt quite a bit, but you stay under his neck and he can't hit you with frost breath. And since he can't hit you with frost breath, the only thing you're really taking is that wing tap damage and the mob damage, which means you can out heal the damage that you take. And if anything gets close, then you just smack the potion there. So what NG did that put you to? 6?
Just 2. Because I guess it'll just take you to the next one.
Okay, that makes sense. NG 0, 1, and 2.
Yeah, let's wait, how do you get to the guild? I think it's there and then guild hall. Yeah, so this is Netherlord. It's at like 7.
That's 7, you said?
Well, it says level 7. I think that's just like how much you've gone up.
Yeah, that's NG2. You start out with getting 5 on your first completion, and then you get 1 every time after that.
Yeah, so he's 2+ now, and then this guy's 1, and then this other guy's 0. So yeah, you kind of have to just take it one at a time. I'm pretty sure it used to let you skip before, didn't it?
I know there's some degree of skipping. Because, I mean, the fact that you'd normally be on NG1 if there wasn't. I dropped it to NG7, and I'm going to rebuy stuff up. And then we can do
So
another
why
run
7?
and see it. Simply because 7 will go faster than 9.
Well, wouldn't it make... But
if you're only going up by 3 each.
I don't think I'm going up by 3.
But that's what this will test out, is it's a bit bigger than 3, and we know you're on NG2.
Oh, okay, you're seeing it maybe because... But then wouldn't 9 have got me up to like 3 or 4?
I'm not sure if it was a base character, maybe it... I just know that it took 2 runs to get Sook up to like 7.
Okay, because yeah, I was at 1, and I think it took me to 2. And we were on 9, so I would have thought maybe 4. Ooh, Heartseeker. I got some good stuff that run. I should buy some more potions if I can. Invigorating spices.
Yeah. I turned on potions.
Alright, I'm gonna buy stuff. So I don't get taxed when I bring it back. Nice, I'm ready.
I'm gonna skip out on monkey hat.
Man, I really want those new PS5 plates that came out. They look so nice. I hope they're just as smooth as the ones that came with the PS5. Because I would have got the D brand ones, but I feel like they weren't going to be as smooth.
Got it on 7.
So one run takes about 35 minutes?
Maybe. I mean, I took that one a little bit slower than I technically had to.
Oh, now we're going to be fast, though.
Like, if we're going purely for speed, then hopefully we get our hands on the map earlier on.
I need help. Help me. Help me. Help.
Holy cow. And that was the end of the wins.
That was insane.
Okay.
As you guys can see, pretty bad at this game. Good thing we have adversity.
So, since we're going full on Lightning McQueen here, we're just gonna go straight to the skills.
Ooh, we can hit that run in like 20 minutes instead. So, oh yeah, try to be careful with not ending up reviving me instead. So what was your day like today? What did you do?
Went and got some munchies from the store, got some chores done.
Wait, you went and got what?
Some munchies.
Like the actual brand with mixed chips?
No, just general chips. I got some Doritos Sweet Chili Heat.
Yep.
And some Miss Vicky's. What were that? Salt and vinegar. I got some coffee, but this is the highlight of it. Is I tried this Ultra Paradise Monster, and it was absolutely delicious.
Really? So wait, when did you do this?
Earlier this morning. Granted, like, I know this morning is an arbitrary thing with us, considering that I'm a night owl.
Yeah, no, that's kind of what I was wondering. It's when did you? Because I think you were in the Discord last night, right?
I think we were all in the Discord when I ended up going to get chips. It was like 8 in the morning or something around there.
You went at 8 in the morning?
Yeah, it was super nice out.
Okay, wait. So, when did you sleep yesterday?
I don't know, did I?
I'm asking you because I was sleeping. I mean, I went to bed at, 11? And then everyone was in the Discord, I think, at that point. Maybe not you. Maybe you joined a bit late. But we were all in there. And then I passed out, and then I woke up at 6. I think you were in there at that point. So you just didn't... So, did you sleep at all, or...?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, so you basically, let's say you were up all night, and then at 8 a.m. you went out and got some snacks and stuff?
I know I slept a bit. So runs a little bit. Ooh, we got an old map, and we got a Markham's Mace, and we got a Spirit Cloak. So we are good to go for the rest of the run.
Nice. Uh, so okay, so you went at 8, and then do you usually just go to a gas station or what?
Yeah, it's just across.
Across the street or what?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you? I forget. Do you bike at all, or you just kind of walk everywhere?
I used to bike, then I got fat, and my
You
bike got
used the
broke.
bike and you got fat?
I used to bike like all the time, but then my bike got broken, and then also uh, with the weight that I put on it really digs because of the shocks. Imagine having no type of shocks where it digs right into the ground.
Oh yeah, you feel everything. Yeah.
Yeah, the shocks are pretty much shot on the bike.
Oh, that's what broke on it.
Yeah, and the tires, like, uh, you know where the forks are on the bikes, where the
Yeah.
wheels go. I don't think it's the forks, but something else in between there is pinching the wheels. So like it doesn't act. If you were to grab the tires, I said wheels, but yeah, tires. Normally, if you give it just a slight push downward, when the bike's upside down, it'll go for a bit, like spinning. And if
Might be
it
the
doesn't at
brakes.
all, yeah, it might be.
Brakes are always the thing that screws up bikes in the long run, because brakes they move out of the way, or as they get worn down and moved around, they are always touching the wheel, and you actually have to put more energy into biking because your brakes are always on and touching the rim. So I think that's like one thing that you always got to look out for. That shouldn't be too bad. If it's the brakes, that shouldn't be too bad to fix. But the shocks, depending on like how and where the spring is, that would be hard. But I could fix that bike.
Oh, right in time for winter to begin. So, one of the most important things to get in your speed run, if you're just looking to do stuff faster, is uh, an old map. Simply because you can blast your way through like the entire level.
Yep. Not a
As you
new
can
map,
see,
an
it
old
was.
one. Has to be an old one.
Yeah, it has to be old, and like if you have a coffee stain on it, it adds more power to it.
Okay. Like Leonardo da Vinci has had to have written on it, and then you just off to the races.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, missing out on all this golden ore. I'm so sad. We do all these runs and I level up in NG, and then at the end of it, I'm still super poor, and it's like, why am I under this bridge?
But that's where we can do 4 runs.
That's an apothecary satchel for me. Man, that potion set is so good.
So we're definitely lacking on some damage here, but I think we got the Markham Maze if I remember right.
We are melting them.
Now let's take a look at our items. I would have sworn we got the Markham's Mace. Yep. Extra attack power per item, and it's attunes. That's 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times 4. That'll be 48. 49. I have 50 items. So that'll be an extra 100 attack power.
Yeah, it looks like you were hitting them pretty good.
So, as I said, one of the big things for a speedrun is the old map. That way you don't have to just skip everything. You go straight to your skips. You can see what's important for you to grab. And grab it without taking extra time searching for it.
Yeah, basically it like shows you what area of the map you should be hitting, and then you can go straight to a skip or straight to the next floor.
Absolutely.
It's actually crazy how each item is strong in its own way. Like the map's really good for doing speed runs, and then you know, just getting like that thorn set up, like the fact that you can kind of make a class, so you can have your main class, but then you can actually use the items to have a focus on your class as well. But then, like you said, it's luck. You can't kind of force the game to give you the setup you want besides what you can initially roll at the beginning.
Well, then you can still shape it like you can get the fancy plume that makes it so shopkeepers drop extra stuff, and then you have a bigger selection. Like if I get the fancy plume there, oh, gotta kill this stuff. It's not gonna
Yeah.
kill me, but like we got the gloves of warding for some extra block. I'm running a primary build. For some reason, Scarab of Protection is showing up twice. So for
Yeah, you
shielding
can
base, let's
get two of
try
the
and
same
buy
items.
both.
And that's crazy too. Like, imagine, you know, I don't think they do it with really good items, but it does happen
I
with.
have oh
Have
my
you ever
god,
gotten a
I have
really good
never seen
double?
no, I've never seen double before. That's why it was baffling me there.
Oh, okay. In a shop, yeah. I don't think I have either, but I have been able to get a double by having the shop have something and then not picking it up, but killing a bunch of enemies and then having it actually drop the same thing in the shop. So then I was able to get two that way.
Yeah, I don't think you're meant to get doubles.
No.
Okay, so we got 179 ore. We could get the Amulet of Kings for a bit of extra defense. We could get Lucky Hat to proc our crits a bit more. We already have the Markham's Mace. Let's get the Sword of Kings. Make the run a little bit faster. And then we got all the important stuff lower down. We're gonna go through this little dip here. We got the Flame Tongue, which is +5 magical damage on primary attack, which is pretty nice.
Man, that's why I love playing with you because, like, it's so chill and then we just kind of talk about random stuff and you always help me build my classes.
But yeah, I was just doing 40,000 with a subpar build paladin because like I'm still missing quite a bit of stuff. I do got 530 attack power. I only had to get 3 of these crosses. Normally I get all 4. Now, one big thing to keep in mind, especially with like paladin, is while we are most definitely maining our primary weapon,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean we don't want to use our skills. Like, we still have 217 skill power, which is a lot less compared to 534. Like 534 attack power buffs my damage by 1068%. 217 is only 434%. But like that's still extra because you can use the tornado one, the L1. What's the actual? Let's see here. Whirlwind.
Okay.
You can use whirlwind while hitting with your primary, so you just slap that. One of my favorite items with the primary build is I don't remember which symbol it is, but it's It's the one that gives you extra percentage of damage based on percentage of mana missing. So at this point, we got all the ore we need, got all the tankiness we need. Pretty much got all the damage we need.
Yeah, I see that, man. That's insane.
Just gonna skip the chest. Well, chest, plural.
You're too strong. You don't need it anymore.
Well, I mean, it's kind of back to getting a feel for what you need. If you were a squishier class, then you'd probably want to try and hit everything.
Yeah.
The big thing is paying attention to what your ending stats are. Like, I was minus 100 and minus 30 armor and resistance when we hit the final boss with like 1,000 health or something like that. Before with 497 attack power. We have higher of everything now. More health, we have more attack power, more armor. The only thing we don't have is the piece that doesn't make us, or makes us immune to slows, I should say.
Oh,
but even,
but I forget what it's called. But yeah, you had it last game, right?
yeah. But even then, that's not too big of a deal. Like, the big thing is just that we avoid the frost breath on the final boss. And to do that, especially with the melee class, just bounce back and forth. And if you'll hear a bit of a gargle from the boss, a little gurgling sound, and his head will be locked in place.
Okay.
Now in higher NG, now this could be respectively if your character's only at like NG2 and you're pushing NG5, or if or if you're just pushing a new NG in general. The wing slap's one of the hardest hitting skills. So my go-to strat is go and tank one. Like, if you are running NG4 and you were able to survive a wing slap at half health and you're pushing NG5 next, I would tank a wing slap just to see how much health I have left. Because then you know if you can survive sitting under the neck to avoid the frost breath.
Yeah, you gotta, like, basically every NG you go up, you want to test yourself to see where you stand against the enemies. Or is it more so specifically just the dragon? Oh, see, yeah, I heard that. I know what you're talking about there.
Gargles, we dodge to the side. As I mentioned before, them wing slaps definitely hurt. Instead, we're going to get underneath. Avoid that frosty breath.
Ooh.
Grab the prince.
Oh, that's insane. Wait, so what does revving me do, though?
sadly. So what NG did that say you unlocked?
It says 3.
Only
I think
3?
it's 1 by 1 no matter how high you go. I think it might have been that you could skip before, but I think they changed it. Because yeah, I'm let's see here. If I go to my guild hall, I am a Death Lord now. And it says Forsaken Tower 3.
I am just looking for. NG Plus is used by.
Pardon?
I'm just reading through this guide thing here. It
Yeah.
says, so we finished a campaign. Was it multiplayer? It's like a flowchart. It says, yes. Was it a NG plus higher than your town currently has unlocked? Now, I'm pretty sure that just means character. So if we say, no, it wasn't, Hero NG plus completed a set to the NG plus you just finished. Was it a NG plus higher than your town currently has unlocked? Yes. One sec. Okay, so it's looking like Town NG Plus and the Hero NG Plus are two separate things. So it's going to be 1 by 1 for this character, but then we'll be able to skip on the other character.
Why?
I'm not 100% sure.
Because every time my character goes up, it's upping my town by an NG. And so when another character does it, because my town is technically the NG that my highest character is at, it'll let me skip up to that point.
Oh, yeah, because you basically, if you were to do this up until, let's say, NG7, you'd be, even if you were on a new character, you'd be able to change it to NG7.
Yeah,
I
because
did that a
right now
couple
my town
times.
is limiting my characters, but once my warlock gets up to 10 or 11, it'll be my it'll still be my town limiting it, but it'll no longer be like such a low
That
limit.
that's when we'll be able to skip NGs pretty easily.
Okay, so yeah, get this guy pretty much as high as we can. Oh yeah, incendiary demise, frenetic eruption. Oh man, it's been so we just finished work at what 6 today, and I woke up at 6. So I'm about to hit what we're at 20. It's almost 2. We're 20 hours awake now.
I have to send you to bed.
I don't know. Do you?
I don't know. Are you sleepy?
Don't take me out, Dad. I could still do one more. I can still race. I don't know. I might have to work tomorrow. I don't know. Inside joke.
Because casually they call you anyways.
Yeah.
That would really suck for you.
Well, it's not like they call me in. I can pretty much work whenever I want, as long as I have done everything I need to do by the deadline. But even if I don't have everything done by a deadline, because maybe it's a client thing where I just haven't got what I needed, and so I'm waiting. Then I can
Going
still kind of
straight to
explain my way
skips.
and be like, oh, I'm not actually like it wasn't me. I was just waiting. And that's why I haven't been able to finish. But currently,
Dead
it's
end.
it's me now. Oh, that's a lot. That scared me. Oh yeah, I'm like super slow because I don't have those boots from the blacksmith. I need to get I need to get those. Don't worry, I'll be your gold goblin. I found the switch. You're welcome.
No,
See,
we
I'm
go straight
helping
to the
on the third
skips.
run. Did you put this to like a lower NG?
Yeah, I figured if we're only going out by one anyways, might as well drop it to 4 and just straight up
Okay.
blast you through.
Yeah, because I need to. Well, one, I need to level up, but also I need to be getting that money and ore from these runs, because otherwise I keep dying. You can turn off your fountains too, by the way. I love living on the edge.
Oh, that's when you already did.
You already did?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Ghosts are out in full force.
Oh, just go straight to the skip.
Well, the best thing is when you're playing. Oh man, that ghost was wrecking me. Hurry up and click it. Click
Run!
it. Well, the best thing is when you're about to get wrecked, but then you level up such an insane amount, or you get close to leveling and then you level and then you just get popped back to full HP. Should I just potion this?
Sure.
You have a heal?
Oh, yeah, I can do that too.
Nerd. I thought you
Nom nom
played this
nom nom
game.
nom nom.
Never mind, guys. Eric's there. Yeah, Eric's not the
I'm
carry.
so
He's just
great, I don't need
he's
my heal.
slacking.
Okay.
What a slacker. Oh, okay, 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 okay.
Wow.
Oh, man, every time. There's so many enemies. It's over for me. Keep going. Press on. Anyways, sorry fans. Sorry for all the dying, but at least you get to watch the master at work.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing, I suppose, because every time that I do a pyramid run, that's another 5 levels, and I haven't touched pyramid yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're upping your what does the pyramid give you? I know it gives you like first time you get genie, but then what?
Levels. I mean, there's also blueprints in there.
No. But okay, the Moon Temple. When you finish an NG, you get 5 extra half hits. So you get 5. So every time you NG, you get 5. I think it's like 5 hits you get, which only give you half damage. So that you would have normally taken. I forget.
Boom, we got the Phoenix Feather right off the bat.
Nice. That's the one that potions
Yeah.
for you, right?
Yes.
So that's what the Moon Temple does. It basically lets you take a hit at half damage, and every time you level up, gives you an extra 5 hits per NG. I know that the first time you pass the pyramid, you get a genie, but then I forget what you get per NG because I know it still has to do something with either I think the genie stays longer or tanks more hits or something like that. Here, let me search it up. Because we can know. Because Google.
That was pretty bad.
Okay, here's Pyramid of Prophecy. Let's see. Rewards. Along with the regular gold and ore the player receives, when the player defeats Nereus, Nimbus is freed and eternally indebted to you. To show his thanks, he now resides within the player's potion and will come out for 30 seconds plus 2 for every NG plus level the player has beaten on that character. It will also deal 60 magical damage plus 10 for every NG that you beat. So yeah, okay. So it looks like he stays for 2 seconds longer, and he does 10 more damage per NG. See, I knew it was something to do with him. Okay, there we go. That makes sense. Ooh. Ooh. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting we're going lower and lower, so you're getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah, like our final stats before, when we were at 69 armor and 26 resistance with like no items, which is still higher than we were looking at on 7. I dropped it late.
Are you you're sounding a bit quieter to me. Are you like farther away from your mic or something?
No. Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, it felt like earlier you were louder and then you just got quieter and quieter, so I don't know.
Part of it's probably just me trying to keep it down.
Oh yeah, true. That's what I figured. I think you I don't think you moved. I think you just lowered your physical voice because you're just trying to avoid talking too loud and wake people up.
So, the only exception that I will say, as far as skill-based items, that you definitely want to try and get if you're able to, is the Wilner's Wand. This is so that your skills don't slow you down.
Yeah.
Whereas
What does it do again?
20% skill speed and removes the movement penalty for all skills. Meaning that if you're a ranger and your primary attack slows you down,
That really helps with the wizard, hey?
Oh, yeah, that. Or being in combo are your two biggest things on the wizard.
Yeah, because the wizard, when he does his meteor attack, is pretty much a sitting duck, but if he gets the wand or gets in a combo, then he's insane.
Best friend is still the Phoenix Feather, though.
Yeah, because it just automatically protects you, but until you run out of potions, then you're screwed. All right, it says +3 completed, 4 unlocked. Now max level is 40. I'm still only 22 because I keep getting wrecked.
It's okay. That's where we just pump it up to 14 and kill some stuff.
Oh, remember when we were on, what was it, NG like 50 or something?
Oh no, it was like NG Tau, so remember. We live
It,
dangerously.
was it even was it even working at that point? Because I think like the game math just wasn't working at that high of an NG, was it?
I don't know, we did a lot of messed up stuff on PC.
Yeah, that was crazy. Just saw you buy so many items in a row. Oh yeah, you love that dash.
Yeah, the big two that you want for a primary build is Heartseeker and Lucky Hat. Heartseeker's for the crit chance. Attuned, it gives you 25% on the dot crit chance to your primary attack, which brings you up to a base of 39.7 if you have. Sorry about that. If you have all your crit chance stuff, as well as Crazy Eye, which bumps it up by another 10%, and then Luck also adds on to your crit in a roundabout way.
Yep.
Okay, so that said, you finished NG3, you said?
It said I unlocked 4. Max level is 40. So I don't think I can select it, could I? Yeah, so it says +4. Choose between normal. Oh, no, but that's you doing it. Here, I'll just tell you what it says on the tower. Give me a second here. Guildhall. It says NG plus Forsaken Tower, NG +4.
Okay.
Do you think
Beat
the pyramid
I'll
and
get
the moon
5.
temple are harder?
Definitely. I mean, traps are, I don't want to say more difficult. It's probably just because I've played so much of the main cavern.
Yeah.
Uh, I still have barely touched Moon Temple at all.
Okay. How come? Just you prefer the other two maps, or you obviously you just haven't hit your cap, and you just want to keep pushing until you can't.
A bit of both. I've just been pushing levels really, really hard.
Okay.
So this is going to be pretty much the same as last run. I thought that you were already at NG4.
Okay, I'm gonna try and stay alive this time. Here I come,
Honestly,
out of my little
it's
hole. What?
good we're starting with the Warlock, because while he is definitely one of the stronger classes, he's also one of the harder ones when you are less progressed in the game, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wiz is stupid easy, you just have to be conscious of when you're throwing your stuff. If you're not in combo, you can't move at all.
Hey, come back.
Wow.
Oh, never mind. I thought it was me something good, but it was this man's.
Oh, it's a traitor.
Betrayed me, unscrupulous leader. Man, I'm gonna need a midnight snack.
Getting hungry.
Yeah. So what's that meal that you make? So you just make rice in a like in a rice cooker, and then
Yeah.
you just dump some eggs on it.
You can, but I find that's too soupy. If you were to do over easy eggs, they would normally like pop on toast
Wait.
or whatever.
What's over easy? Like a Like you dump it in the thing, and you wait for like the white stuff to get solid, but the yolk to be
Y-
kind of wet.
yes. Yeah, the yolk is still yolky. You
But then,
wait until the white is solid enough that you can get the flipper underneath it. Then you flip it once, and by then there's just a little bit of white stuff left on the top, because I mean,
mhm.
only the bottom cooks. When you flip it, the rest of it cooks, and you wait till the white stuff's cooked and it's solid enough for you to get under. But you want to be careful when you flip it, and you want to be careful when you take it out. Well, you don't have to be as careful when you take it out, because you can just dump the egg into the bowl with the rice.
Wait, you don't
But
break
then,
up the egg, you just dump the whole thing in solidly, and you break it up as you eat the rice?
uh, so you do the over easy to keep the yolk all together without it being extra runny, as it would be with if you just straight up cracked the raw egg into it after everything was cooked. So
Okay.
I, I do cook the egg a bit, so I just do it over easy, and then I get the rice done. I pop the egg into the rice, and then that's when you break the yolk and mix the egg around with
Oh,
the.
so you have to kind of break apart the translucent stuff that is now white, right? Because it's solid, you have to break it up.
Yeah, but with over easy eggs, it's usually light enough that even as you stir it, it's going to flake apart.
Yeah. Uh, for the rice, it's just with plain white rice. Like, you don't put anything in the rice.
You can season it, but I mean, honestly, the yolk is what flavors it.
Okay. And speaking about the egg, do you just do you for the egg? Do you do it a certain way? Like, do you use butter or like mix it with something, or you just kind of dump it right
Uh,
in the pan with some like oil?
well, I generally do a bit of butter to prevent it from sticking. You can do it with oil too, for sure. Uh, Oil would probably cook it faster. Pretty much the way you do the eggs is you cook it just long enough that all the white stuff is cooked.
And no like salt and pepper or seasoning or anything on that?
I mean, you definitely can. As I said before, you can season it to your liking, but the flavor on the rice comes from the egg yolk.
Okay, so basically you're just using egg and rice together and you're letting the egg be the seasoning.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if there was anything extra. I know that sometimes you want to like, I don't know if you do this with your rice. We know Suxi does. Like you wash it a few
Wash it, yeah.
times and then you cook it, and then you know, if you're gonna fry it or something, you leave it overnight. She's got like a
Well, I
whole
mean, that's the
thing.
way to do it perfectly. It would be washing the rice. That way, you don't get as much extra gunk on it. Because,
Yeah,
a good example is, pasta water, when you boil pasta, how all the starches
it
get
it
into
gets
the water.
milky. It gets milky white. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much same thing with rice. And, I mean, it cleans your rice too.
Do you do it every
So,
time, or
yeah, it's not too hard. Like,
but
just straight
you
up.
don't cook it, freeze it overnight, and then like reuse it the next day, like because that's more for stir fry rice, not.
It is for stir fry rice, but I mean, how I generally do stuff is especially when I do rice, my eyes are bigger than my stomach. And so what I generally do is make a crap ton of rice. I will crack 3 or 4 eggs and scramble them, mix it all together, and eat what I'm
Realize you have
hungry
too much.
for. Yeah, eat what I'm hungry for, put it away, and
And it
then
still tastes good even after like you freeze kind of rice and stuff and
yeah.
the egg. Okay, and man, I forgot my question here.
Something about rice and eggs.
Yeah, well, I was just wondering. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, so the type of the rice, do you use like brown rice or white rice, and then like what kind? Because I know there's um, basmati rice, and then there's like jasmine, and
Um,
I think there's one more, right?
I mean, you can use any kind, but I found. Hmm. Sorry, I'm getting a bit tired. I found that white rice, whether it is regular white or if it's jasmine, I personally prefer jasmine. It's extra sticky,
Yeah, I like that too.
and then that also goes really good with the
Egg.
yeah, the egg.
Well, I think jasmine is what they use in Japan and stuff, right? That's how they make the rice ball.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, I like that. Because I've been eating basmati rice for a long, long time, and I kind of I want to switch. Maybe just use jasmine.
basmati's good, but I mean, my favorite, even though it's a little bit less healthy, is jasmine. The only thing
Why
I
is it
would
less
say
healthy?
don't use though, I don't remember the reason. Like both are technically healthy, but I think jasmine is a bit higher in carbs. Don't quote me
Okay, and
on
what were you
that.
saying? What were you saying before that? Uh, you
Brown rice though, it doesn't work as good because it's like harder, if that makes any sense. Even when cooked,
yeah.
so it doesn't have that gooey type of stickiness that makes the two go together so good.
No, I think I'd always go jasmine. I wonder if jasmine is also used for stir fry rice as well.
Generally, I believe.
That's it. I'm gonna get some jasmine. I have a really good just like a fried rice recipe that I gotta try. I'm trying to get more into cooking. It's just I get too lazy when I have to actually do it. Or you're always missing an ingredient, and then you're like, ugh.
That's why I love easy meals. Like, uh, a good example is uh, like a cheese and hamburger casserole, where you would boil whatever your preferred pasta is. I love penne, but I mean, it works really good with macaroni as well. And you boil that and you fry up your hamburger, and then you add a little bit of. Now, this is after everything's drained, of course. You add a
Yeah.
little bit of milk and shredded cheese.
Ooh.
That the milk makes it so that the shredded cheese is more creamy, if that makes sense,
Yeah, yeah.
versus
It's
it
like
just
making
tasting like a giant glob.
yeah, it's basically like the way you make cheese sauce for when you make uh, any kind of craft dinner or whatever.
Yeah. But speaking of craft dinner, like that's another thing that I have done is I'll take the penne and the hamburger, I'll drain it, add a little bit of milk, and from there I do similar stuff that you would for making regular craft dinner, uh, with milk and the flavor packets work really good too. It's just I found that the pasta that comes in the craft dinner boxes is entirely too small to actually soak up sauce, even when it comes cooked.
Hmm.
Uh,
Like, yeah, that powder isn't that good, hey?
the powder isn't too bad if you use it in like a casserole, but I don't like regular craft dinner.
Yeah, that's kind of the under
Um,
the impression I am too. The KD's good. Obviously, it's the biggest name, and everyone kind of uses it. But I, I'll eat it if I have to. But and it's acceptable. I think I recently had what was it the there's like another off-brand. It's like Hamburger Helper or something like that, or Meal Helper. I did not like those. Their sauce is just like really weird. Like their powder is, it's just I don't know. I was not a fan. I really like sidekicks. Have you had those?
Yeah.
Like I think those are so good because they have a bunch of different types of meals with different pastas, and I think they do. I think they do a pretty good job with their sauces and stuff. It's really good.
Yeah, no, but as I said, you can like swap out the KD.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
the
no,
KD
I think
powder
this.
with.
What were you saying? You can swap out the KD.
You can swap out the KD sauce or powder for pretty much whatever your favorite type of sauce is. Like
Yeah.
one of mine is butter chicken,
Ooh.
uh, which goes really good. And because remember, it's just pasta and beef with some cheese and milk, which is just used as an agent to make the cheese a bit creamier.
Wait, where are you getting this butter chicken sauce though?
It's just straight butter chicken sauce from the grocery store.
Oh, like in a glass jar?
Yeah,
And you basically are
but
just
there is
dumping
this.
that in pasta?
Yeah, but there is
Okay.
this one kind.
You have to send me a picture.
Oh, I'll have to find it at the grocery store first because we wasn't able to find it last time. I had to get the no name.
Okay. But yeah, I think this my last run. I think we're both feeling it.
Yeah, it's 2:05 over here.
We're in the same time zone.
I meant as far as the video goes, nerd. I know we're in the same time zone, but you're like an hour away from me.
We're too tired for this. But anyways, thanks guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you liked the video. I mean, I died a lot, but thanks adversity for carrying us. Hopefully, we can do some more co-op where I actually help when I'm caught up and we have some more blueprints, some more stuff unlocked. But I'm gonna sign off for tonight, and we'll come back with some more videos over the weekend. It's only Friday. We'll get some more out. Adversity, you wanna say something?
And that
Yep,
is all
my
I can
thoughts
say about
exactly.
that.
I'm feeling the same way. But anyways, thanks guys. We'll see you another time.
Have a good day or night. Yeah.
Yeah, what he said with